Okay. We're gonna try this again. Sorry, that is technical. Lots of technical difficulties. I know. Not really sure what happened there, but I'm gonna keep an eye on some things and see if I can figure that out. Anyway. We'll survive. We're gonna go talk to people again. Alright. Foxmaster Victus. How may I serve you, Lord Captain? And we're gonna give the rousing speech. Connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice roll through the ship, reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear distant shouts of approval. That'll be all for now. I live to serve, Lord Captain. Alright. Now, this failed while we were talking to Abelard last time, so hopefully that doesn't happen this time.
Lord Captain.
We found out that he's just an Imperial.
Lord Captain.
He's an officer at heart. That's all we found out. To my quarters. Let's talk to you. Jocasta Sauerbach is the very picture of discipline. Her uniform is exquisitely pressed, her armor is polished, and her posture is imposing and rigid. The only flaw in her immaculate appearance is the heavy enforcer's maul, which is worn and battered from frequent use. She salutes you with a practiced motion. Greetings, Lord Captain. I think you're the... Yeah, want to know about your service. Ready to answer questions. What are the Master-at-Arms' duties? I am responsible for upholding safety and order aboard the ship. Guard duties, patrols, finding and punishing troublemakers. In addition, my enforcers ensure that the crew follow all directives and carry out their tasks properly. As they say in my family, a servant who shows disobedience today prepares a riot tomorrow. Exciting. Alright, I think that's it for now. I'm a little bit fishing for experience here before we go anywhere else. My high factotum, huh? Well, he might have something worth chatting about. Maybe he'll have something I can earn experience off of. Greetings, your ladyship. Janris Danrock at your service. Interesting. And my retinue and I are in need of training. I will show you our sparring chambers at once. Oh, okay. So that lets me reset everything I've done. No, it wasn't an internet glitch this time. My computer crashed again. I'm not sure why. It didn't really give me any indicator, and I still don't see a reason why it would have happened. I don't know. Could be an internet glitch, too. It's hard to know. We did have... It's been really slow all day, so that's also plausible. Okay, I think we want to just go... At this point... Let's go out into the world, huh? Right. We'll see. Thank you for the resub. Okay. Scan is required. The prison planetoid. Okay. Unidentified void ship. This is where I think a lot of our other people are. The astropathic station, where we're picking up another navigator. Or no, sorry, not an astropathic station. So that's us. Okay. Interesting. We haven't explored anything yet. The guide may contest at the Navis Nobilite station. Actually, that seems... Lord Captain, Astropathic Choirmaster Zachary Weiss is asking to speak to you via a private channel. Continue. Greetings, your lord, your ladyship. I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships or worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium's tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from the Rykad system's astropathic station. Alright. We are going to pay a visit to that station then. Thank you, your ladyship. Along the way. Yes, yes. We're getting there. Are you the station? Lord Captain, reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Eurac 5 being off-limits to visitors, we intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. Okay. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means that the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigators heralds ignoring us? Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader, and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. I guess... let's commence docking with the station at this point. Something's definitely weird. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. Sure. I don't think I have that much of a choice. That is my party. This is where I find out everything on this station is way above my level and I shouldn't be here at all yet. Oh, well, this looks good. Everything seems fine.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Okay. Infighting. Wretches, you will be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against the house. Deliver your servants from peril. Where are we? Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet-black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Desist, brother. It was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. The navigator frowns. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, sister. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be a lady of the Von Valentius dynasty? Yes, I'm absolutely positive, in fact. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this station. So you do not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Eurac 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. I am looking for the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator, one Heinrich van Kalox. Do you know anything about his present location? The Lord Inquisitor's interrogator? I think I would know if such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. Provide me with a navigator, and I will immediately depart the station. I do not think this is possible. Eurac 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms. And besides, you have chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. What is happening on this station? Where did all these corpses come from? Excellent questions. Betrayal. A most banal thing in the life of the nobility, don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Eurac 5 and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs while we are idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. I still have questions concerning the situation on the station. Our idle chatter will not save Lady Cassia, but if you need to be sure of something before you can help, so be it. Tell me about your mistress. Regretfully, I am not allowed to discuss my mistress, whether with her retinue or the outsiders. She will tell you about herself personally if she feels like it. That is assuming she survives. I am begging you not to waste any more of our precious time, for it is running out. My men have reported that the station is in a deplorable state. Trust me, I should know. Everything happened too quickly. There were dozens of reports of accidents, victims, and failing systems. But the only precious thing aboard this station is Lady Cassia's life. Everything else is futile and can be easily replenished. Why did you not respond to the messages from Rykad Minoris? I have already said that Eurac 5 is sacrosanct. It is the holy domain of the Navis nobility, and it is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We had hoped to solve the crisis on our own, but when the situation spiraled out of control, we could not establish contact because the traders had disabled our equipment. What makes you think your mistress is still alive? You may not believe me, but Lady Cassia is capable of incredible things. Not even that traitor Theobald can easily harness her power. Alright, what kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priest ceaselessly performed the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. And where's the power to the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. I guess that makes sense. The rogue trader's aid will cost House Orselio, but you should rejoice, for your mistress will live. So be it. Hurry, the mistress's safety is all that matters. But should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Understood. Okay. Now to begin with. The looting process. Okay.
Over.
The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain. Continue. And the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. Fused, huh? That, You know what? I have a feeling I don't like that noise.
White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery. Always keep your eye on the
Attention
prize.
to detail is the key to success.
never doubt me.
Okay. I see a trap. Alright, cool. The Lady Navigator's statue looks pristine and new, huh? Interesting. What is up here? Stand firm. We must not let the miscreants defile House Orselio.
You dare cross the faithful?
Okay. Animation speed. Well, I was kind of hoping we could talk, but as that's not really an option. Okay.
My faith strengthens me.
Did he shoot his own friend? Apparently.
Follow my lead.
Awkward moment there.
Anything else?
Some foresight on her. We're gonna need to take him out right away, I assume, as a Medicae. Well, we can hit these guys. That's okay. We'll try and snipe the Medicae.
Weapon at the ready. Break them around.
Stop mocking me.
Stay vigilant. Follow my lead.
And the commander, both of them.
My faith strengthens me. Follow my lead.
I'll see to it personally.
Okay, we'll take care of that.
Who if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Oh, come on. That's not really in cover. Like, he's got a railing between me and him. Ugh. That's frustrating.
without
See if I can get a couple of them down. Alright. Abelard.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
We're gonna run you down here.
Weapon at the ready.
Ooh, that awkward moment when you, kill your own commander?
Break their morale.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Let's drop that.
That is not my destiny.
Oh. Too far, huh?
On it.
Okay. Cast on yourself.
Not the scryer's job. Anything else?
Yeah, can you yell at him really loudly?
Be gone!
Thank you.
Stay vigilant.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
It's as good as done.
Okay, that's... Hopefully we can shoot
I'll
him.
make it happen. Another enemy down.
Say, if you fail this 95% chance with your sniper rifle, I will be very, very upset with you.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Oh, a little too far. Fine.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Doubt is for the weak.
Yeah, got a couple of hits off on him. That's not too bad.
High momentum.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Oh, that's what that trap does. That's not great. Or it is, but...
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Can you... zap and get both of them?
I'm not so sure.
Not from there, huh? What about from here?
Cover me!
The answer is yes. Ah, I love the lightning chain. It's just so good. Okay, we moved.
On it.
We call that. We expose his weakness.
I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done.
Then a surefire plan. And shoot him.
If not me.
Argenta will just leave there.
Follow my lead. I took care of this one.
And we'll go charge. Excellent. Everyone's taken care of. Everyone has been cleared up. Oh, look at all the goods.
Over there!
And we'll see what everyone has. You found a consumable. Can we place in quick access slots? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go do this examine here.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives, slicing their guts wide open. Excellent! Thrilling. Really. I've got a lot of questions about what happened on this station. Oh, he had actually had armor. A whole bunch of them did. Once we are done salvaging everything, we'll go through and look at everything.
Just as I planned.
Statue by the famous Calixian sculptor and chronicler Zacharias Vernon the Magnificent. The 23rd year of this millennia. Original. Oh, fancy. Alright, back to collecting all the goods. It's quite important. The library is full of treatises on the most distinguished scholars of the Imperium, from Astra Militarum to Adeptus Mechanicus. Excellent. Let's see, this is where we came in. And because the camera rotated on me when I walked in. Okay. What if we open this door?
Ah, pay attention.
Disarm the trap, please. Thank you.
The Emperor favors me today.
That didn't... Was that a head in a jar?
I fear it may affect the performance of their duties in service of the Lord Captain.
Let the people grieve. Lady Theodora was with us so long that we started to believe she was immortal.
As one does.
We should deal with this.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. Well, I wanted you to disarm the trap, but I guess I can't do that while it's not paused. Alright, there's more dudes that way.
That's how it's done.
Hopefully that didn't use one of my keys. Clear. Yeah, sure.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Goods. Those actually seem well worth it. That door does not appear to go anywhere, though. My trophies were packed as cargo. Excellent. I think let's all gather down here. Because while there were people up here in this room, I don't really see how I get there because that's not an open door. This is not an openable door. Oh, but this room is. Do you hear the screams? Move. Sir, are you alright? We can't hear anything. Well, somebody's gone mad. That's always a good start. Now I see you're in league with them. Is this an insurrection? Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. Not sure about that one. Sir, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself, sir. I mean, if you want to kill everyone in here and then yourself. I know. You are all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me. They whispered. Hey, who are you? Rude. I'm gonna have so many things to sell when we're done here. Hello? Hi? Where's the child? Is she safe? The fact that the person is still alive is evidenced only by barely audible groans. For some reason, the archenemy's twisted influence found its way into the station. Oh, interesting. You have a name. Talk to me. Uwe has had his tongue cut off, just like the rest of the lesser servants of House Orsilio. Oh.
Is there money to be made?
Perfect. Going back to, those, huh?
I always get the job done. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Well, this station has been very valuable so far. Even if we don't get a navigator out of it. I mean, we need a navigator to get us out of here. You know. But otherwise. Alright, I'm glad I did that. Let's get back out of here. And then we'll get everyone geared up. Alright. What do we have? Mutated flesh sample. Fun. Great. Alright, these are scrappy auto pistols. I think all of my stuff is better than all of this stuff. But, flak chest plate. I prefer my body glove for me, but you have an actual carapace, so that's probably better. Yeah. What about you? You also have a body glove. You presumably have a mesh chest plate? How does this compare? Less armor. Perfect. Well, those can all just go right into the cargo. Las guns, huh? Did I give you a lasgun? I gave you a shotgun, didn't I? Shotgun's better for him, I think. I don't know that I want to trade out anyone's. Alright, just a regular sword. That's fine. What are you? You're a Mars pattern sword, huh? You're better than the axe, right? Yeah, we're gonna give you that instead of the axe. Noble silk gloves. A +5 bonus to persuasion. I'm wearing tech gloves, aren't I? Yep. Who has the highest fellowship? I guess it doesn't really matter. You can wear the fancy silk gloves. Carapace chestplate. Are you? Where do you sit? Or is it better than hers? It's slightly less armor, but it gives her a better dodge. A long glass, huh? Is it better than my sniper rifle? It is. Actually. I think mostly. It's got longer range. Has more maxed ammo. Yes. That sounds delightful. We'll take the long las. I have a lot of random things in here right now. And a lot of grenades. A Ripper auto pistol. I think I'm good. Okay, I have a meteorite chunk. I have the blood. Got a couple of different grenades. The blade shard. I have mutated flesh samples. I have data crypt H40KO. I have a navigator flesh sample. It's delightful. Some possibly decent armor. Wait, did it have better stats? It's better dodge armor. I'm still gonna hang on to it for a bit, I think. Pontius Cyphus Galatius on the training of worthy servants at the court of the Navis nobility. A good majordomo attempts to nurture only the finest of flowers in the garden that is their master's life. Therefore, new seeds for the garden must be weeded out with the utmost care, so that the garden's trees may yield the sweetest fruit. The lessons below will help you separate the precious seeds from the vile thorns to cultivate the perfect garden for any lady navigator. Lesson 1. A faithful servant always makes sure their mistress's rooms and garments are clean. Lesson 2. A faithful servant will never offer their mistress the same dress presented earlier in the cycle. Oh boy. Lesson 3. A faithful servant offers their mistress a glass of fresh water upon waking. Lesson 4. A faithful servant tastes each dish and every drink before serving it to their mistress. Lesson 5. A faithful servant will have mastered the art of styling their mistress's hair. The total time that 5 servants can spend on arranging their mistress's coif should not exceed 3 revolutions of the chronometer. Lesson 6. A faithful servant lives for their mistress and gladly gives their life for her as well. Lesson 7. A faithful servant. Oh boy, that's... well, that's something. I don't know what I can do with that right now. Another data crypt, huh? Interesting. Research notes of Navis Laboratorum Custodian, Part 13. Experiments that sound ridiculous. Oh, this one's interesting. I want to read this one. Tremendous honor. Yes, but this promotion will transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. By the God Emperor. Well, you are a strapping lad. You will probably make it for a cycle or 3. It has worn down better men than me. What even is the point if your brains turn into mush? I may rip out my eyes like Amos did. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little shit stain that kept stealing our LHO. Oh, what happened to that one? Threw himself out of a depressurized chamber because some voices told him to. Calm down. Keeper Felix said the squad will not have to serve the child for long. He even gave us a little leeway. Unlike that fish-eyed, be quiet, he might hear you. Well, you know what I mean. He almost busted our heads because someone forgot to check the catering unit. Hey, thank you for the gift subs, Haley. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, Six and Stare, I also want a faithful servant. You know, that just sounds delightful. Downside is you'd have to convince them to give up their tongues, apparently. Let's see. We haven't let in a single outsider in over 10 years, but Keeper Theobald keeps finding things to fret over. Imagine the shrieking if he finds out Keeper Felic didn't make us inspect the hangar after Lord Winterscale's most recent visit. My hound is more of a faithful companion. Servant, is not something she's good at doing. If anything, I'm the faithful servant of my hound. That's how that works. It's kind of like when you have a cat. You are the faithful servant of the cat. Throne forbid. I try to steer clear of the squabbles among the highborn. Some of Keeper Felic's orders make little sense, like the last time he commanded that we cut off communications with Rykad Minoris for a while. Why would he do that? It looks like he grew tired of the Winterscale Scion's visits. Well, it's always a pleasure to aid Keeper Felic. That's right. If the highborn have grown tired of each other, let them deal with it. Well, that's interesting. Competing things going on. Rough, bloody sketch. A crumpled sheet of paper with a drawing of a tall woman and a dark-eyed monster, painted with fresh blood. That's fun. Is that worth money? Why did we pick that up? Alright, in any case. Is this just my regular sniper rifle? That can go in the cargo now. We sure pick up some wild things. Okay. I just wanted to save before I go through here because who knows what's going to happen.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Argenta just, it only works with dogmatic people, and Abelard already had a helmet. If there was a hide helmets option, I would definitely be doing that. However, there doesn't appear to be a, that option. The heavy door is secured by a sophisticated mechanical lock. There must be a way to unlock it somewhere else. Well, it's not the statue. Was it back here? Because there was this whole area back here. But I didn't find any door locks.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, there's another door I can open. Ah, that looks better. Awaken the cogitator spirit. Hi, I'm here. The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. Hi. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator's systems. Well, let's go down. Well, we're obviously not going to call for help. That sounds like a bad idea. Let's start with examining the log. Let's start there. The data stored on the cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual logs for examination. Down the list, Vox report. This is Officer A282, do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. Okay. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. We've located traces of the mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Excellent. Excellent. So there's a lot of things. That's a hilarious emote that you got there, Haley. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winterscale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor, you hear me? Anyone. If you're in doubt, shoot to kill. So hopefully they didn't, flush or in the decompression, the well-trained servants, loyal servants, did not perish. Otherwise, it'll take far too long to do your hair. And nothing else. Okay, recent entries of the incident log. Report X880 originator classified, date classified. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Again? Does this happen on the regular? I feel like I'm a bit concerned. The negotiations with the Winterscales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. I have a lot of questions now. Shopping therapy can help. It's, buy things you think will look cute because they make you happy. I've definitely done that before. I took when I met one of my best friends out. We went just like running around a mall when she went through a bad breakup. So just having the positive of having things you think look awesome or like boost your own confidence. That'll help you feel better. Yep. Data expunged. Oh, good. Station's docking log. Identity confirmed. Regent Aranto? Or Celia? Oh my goodness, that name. Data visit classified. Reason classified. Date classified. Okay, so he's No. That's the regent. That's not anyone we've met yet. Interesting. Warning, damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning, living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the system's docking system. Warning, energy regulation system unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning. Should we be here still? Alright, encrypted data. Okay. Break through the Machine Guardian's defenses. Haha! I passed my 83% check. Alright. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the Purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands, having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness, now flits across the screen in a single creeping line. Child, delete, picked, flow, disable, access code, annul, station controls, delete, active, shuttle, self-destruct, purge, command log. Delete, picked, flow, disable, access code, annul, station controls, delete, activate, shuttle, self-destruct, purge, command log. Okay. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning that the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, "Only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems. But Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, and neither had I. Could it be that... which side do we want to be on? It's a great question. Give me data on the station's navigators. Felic Orselio, main hall, status alive. Theobald Orselio, upper chambers, alive. Calomira Orselio, upper chambers, deceased. Alexius Orselio, lower levels, deceased. Rasmus Estevan Orselio, unknown, deceased. That, again, very concerning. The child. Location, upper chambers. Biometric parameters. Rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress level exceeds the permissible limit. Status, unknown error. Attention, calming procedures advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible. Error, the control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact a station keeper or the Navis Laboratorium custodian. I have developed a theory. The child is Lady Cassia that he wants us to save. I'm not sure the child is human, or navigator for that matter. Main chamber controls. Open all the doors. Okay. Data corrupted, processing. That one. The protocol has been executed. The passage has been opened. What did I do? What did I open? Hopefully the main doors, yeah? Okay, good. That was phrased bizarrely. Main elevator controls? Upper chamber is blocked. Okay. We've now done that. We've restored the power. I'm not interested in calling Rykad Minoris. There is still another Orselio. It may not be a navigator, but there was another Orselio that was in the logs. Okay. Why am I sensing terrible things in the warp?
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah, what is
Just
this?
as I planned.
Synthetic amniotic fluid pools across the floor, barely discernible traces. Stretched to the opposite side of the entrance. That was an incubation tank. Was that the child? Guessing that was the child. Caustic stench of reagent sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody want to destroy the laboratory. Or find something. Another one of those data modules. Huh? What else we get? Psi crystal. Black water. Purified sample from the ocean world. Unidentified acid. And biogel. Oh, I have some worries about what I'm gonna be doing next. I bet the leggings that you got, Haley, the ones with the sheer patches, I bet those look really cute. I like shirts that do that. Where they've got like some like part mesh and then part regular shirt fabric. Well, this doesn't look good. Hi. Yeah, Lady Cassius totally they all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me.
I know how to take risks.
So, the child's influence on the psycho-emotional state of various representatives of the Imperium. Yeah, you know, I'm not actually sure that I want to rescue her. I have many concerns about this. There's an adamantine and blackwater thing was one of the other logs. Speaking of, what was that one about? Was it that one? No. It's this one. Samples of his skin growths. Navigators are positively resistant to the warp. Yeah. Adamantine dust and blackwater is explosive. Adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. All the data related to the experiment was in data crypt K040H. I mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless, although its shining granules could be used to make new paints for the child. Okay. I don't necessarily want to rescue her because she might actually be a demon. That's kind of why. Well, we'll see. Okay, I have all the data crypts. I can't look at them. How do I look at those? There's a lot of background information. Tissue flash? There's a whole lot of stuff in here. More and more servants are influenced by the immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. Grinding the reagent. Do not use acid. It's no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. H40KO malfunctioned. Which ones do I have? I have 41OK, 40KO, so that's the malfunction one. And then 040H. I don't know what we're cooking up in here yet. Definitely something. Data crypt connector. What is the tissue flask? Oh. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. I need to read things, apparently. Let's see. Greatest resistance to the resonance. Cutting their own stomachs open. That sounds familiar. Over abominable tentacles and void worms. Tongues bitten off. This guy, Aranto, Regent Aranto Orselio. Test subject smiled and started humming, and then attempted to address the servant who brought him food. A lengthy conversation was prohibitive due to the servant's lack of a tongue. The last surviving test subject was executed for attempting to contact the child. So they seem to channel what the child's talking about. Okay, let's see. So I have 3 things of flesh. I have 3 data cylinders. And I have 3 reagents. Or 3 reagents. And I believe 3 chunks of things. So... what are you? So that's Navigator Flesh. And K04OH. Okay. Yeah, adamantine dust, black water, and navigator flesh. Okay. Just gonna save my game. No reason in particular. All right, we want to do 04OH. Navigator flesh sample. Black water. Oh, sorry, that was the catalyst. Unsupported item, huh? How do I make it a supported item? There's more things, actually. There's a transducer. What does the transducer get for me? Ah.
What a peculiar thing.
Oh, and now I get the reagent. Hold on. Now I get goods from the transducer. Oh, now I have dust. Oh. Okay. I get it now. Well, that was explosive. Did it do anything else? Ah, I seem to not be able to use it anymore. Okay. Well, that's what the save was for. That was why I saved. Okay. But that does confirm what I think needed to happen. Alright. So. Obviously, the navigator flesh didn't work. There's a way to make paint. Corrupted flesh. And the crystals. And biogel? It calls for something more basic. $41, okay. So... mutated flesh. So there's maybe something with, like, the adamantine and something else, but it can't be black water? Is that what that's saying? Sure, I'll take a hint. So I don't spend forever on this. But, I guess the other thing I would ask is, can I make all three things? Or can I only make one thing and it explodes if I get it wrong? Oh, yeah, I found the grinder. Trying to decide which mixture to make. So, adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh. All the data... Okay. So... let me go grind up some stuff real quick.
Well, what do we have here?
Urite dust, and then Psi crystal. Does it tell me anything more about them? Two different recipes that will give you loot? Okay. I assume one is paint and one is something else. Effulgent shards of an emerald green crystal. That's a word. Okay, corrupted flesh with the crystals. But don't use acid. So we did the mutation there. This was 40. Oh no, you're gonna give your D&D players cryptos and NFTs? Oh. Oh no. Crystal dust, maybe? Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so it was the biogel. Woo! You want them to be so mad? Oh, they resurrect the dragon so they can kill it again. Excellent. Okay. Well. You know, decrypt. Okay, 40 KO. You're gonna be the biogel. And you're gonna be the crystal? If I understand my directions correctly. No. Thought it said don't mix it with acid. What is my quick save? Your quick load control. I didn't look at that. Just gonna redo that again. Or is the hint don't use the mutated flesh? Explode. Yep. Okay. Hey, Lichen Legs. It's going alright. Just, doing chemistry. We're doing chemistry. Well, let's see. Let's take this out. Put regular flesh in. Alright, something. I think I'm missing something here. What am I missing? Let's see. So adamantine and biogel maybe on the regular flesh. That is a no. I need to narrow down some of the, like, factors here, I feel like. One of these should give me, like, an actual sequence, right? Finally grinding the reagent to catalyze. I have a second question. Okay, no, I can't grind them more. Alright. They are finely ground. So 40 KO is a malfunctioning one, so that's not one you can use, I guess. And it says don't use acid with that, but I've used the other two and that hasn't really gotten me anywhere. So that's part 12, this is part 13. Age 41, okay. I think that's kind of all I've got. Here. It's no longer waiting for the reaction to start. The corrupted flesh of the mutated. Calls for something more basic. Viscous translucent substance. Hissing, foul smelling. And an ocean world, huh? Or is it actually that I have the wrong data core in there? Is that the problem? That it's actually the corrupted one? Or did I just put the wrong one in there? I have a squid on my head? That's actually an octopus. There's only 8 legs. I know it's really hard to tell. But you see his little ears waggle too? Guess you didn't know that Pi was the puppet all along. Said that one's corrupted, right? So we put 41 in there. And we try black water and the crystal dust. Is this what I actually tried? Yes. Yes, it is. I have tried that one. Okay. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely clues in here, and I feel like I'm doing the clues, but...
Let us not dawdle.
Unless it's actually the corrupted one. There's only so many options that this can be. I just need to find one, right? And then I can narrow it down from there. So you said that one's fine. Said KO 408. Complex compound. So that feels like adamantine. So regular flesh, adamantine, and KO40H would seem to be an option. So then it's just a matter of what I put in the catalyst. I think I tried biogel already, because we know black water makes it blow up. Let's try the acid. Ha! I found one.
This could be an opportunity.
What did we get? Viscous solution. User permanently gains +1 deflection but suffers -10 agility. I don't feel like that's worth it. Okay, so now we're definitely working with the... I think the mutated flesh sample would make the most sense, although I'm fairly certain that I've tried all the other pieces to that. Did I not actually take that? Where did it take the other thing? Where did it go? Like I got a vial, but what happened to it? I didn't use it, did I? Okay, I know I just did this. I need to redo it because I don't know what I did with that. I didn't see where it went. And I can't find it, which is concerning to me. Alright, this is definitely acid. And it's actually made a thing.
This is intriguing.
I feel like I just didn't collect it. Goes to... It says it can be equipped. Where did it go? What am I missing? Where the hell did it go? I mean, I wasn't going to use it, but... Said I could take it. It feels like it must be in here somewhere. Huh. Okay. It's just gone, I guess. That's cool. Anyway. Back to what we were doing. I hope it didn't, like, auto-use it. I'm enjoying it so far. It kind of reminds me of, like, some of the old, Knights of the Old Republic games a little bit. Let's try that one. It is expensive. I actually got this game when it was on sale, like one of the Steam sales or something like that. Or is this saying that the... Well, I don't know. We'll see. It seems like it has a lot of stuff in it for, like, the cost, I suppose. But I definitely bought it on sale. I also did not get it when it first came out because it was too expensive. I was going to wait. Alright, mutated flesh does not work with either of those things as far as the catalyst goes. Well, we keep making some changes. So we'll leave this one as the 40 for now. I'll do the biogel. Oops. That's gonna explode. It's not what I meant to do. Okay. Yeah, I think you get a lot of content for the amount of cost for the game at this point. But I'm not sure. Yeah. I would definitely wait for it to be on sale. But I feel like that with any game nowadays, to be perfectly honest. I don't think we did the black water. We did the biogel. No, we did the black water. Damn it. I lost track of what I'm doing. I will make this work. It will be done. And maybe what I create will not vanish into the ether. I suppose it might be I have to use it then if I'm gonna use it. Alright. We did not like either of those and the asteroid fragment. So. Next step. We're gonna swap out the data cryptor thing. We're gonna try... I know we tried all these, but we're gonna try it with the crystal dust again, just because. Go biogel, explode. Or not. Or not.
Well,
apparently I didn't try
what
this.
do we have here?
What do you do? User permanently gains +1 psi rating and 30% chance to trigger perils of the warp. Yeah, it just instantly disappears. Did you see that? Okay. Well, that's fun. So that's definitely gonna explode, huh? Okay. Well then. Yeah, I made the two things, I guess. However, just save my navigator flesh for later. Okay. Now that we've played with our chemistry set for a while, let's do what we're here to do. Okay, we can return to him now. Oh boy.
Keep your wits about you.
There's a lot more tanks down there. Ooh, that man has died in a very uncomfortable position. Where was my way out? Oh yes, this way. Ah.
An expected result.
Okay. Hi. We're back, dude. Philip Orselio looks a little better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided, his wounds are tightly bandaged, and there is some healthy color under the scales on his cheeks. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. Adira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling. The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks so poor and flimsy, they fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Tell me more. What paths? I cannot say, but one is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Who do you see behind the masks? My whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak, the naughty little things. They say that tearing off the masks is your concern. Thank you. Everything is clear now. Yadira nods tiredly and glances at Felix out of the corner of her eye. This station has enough problems without your sorcery, psyker. Hey. Don't be rude, buddy. I will unlock the door. Care to explain yourself, scion of the Von Valencius dynasty? What is the meaning of this? Who is the child mentioned in the documents and reports found on the station? You meddled with something that should have been left alone. The child is what the station's servants call Lady Cassia, for the commoner's dirty mouths must not sully her name by uttering it. You see, it is not beneficial for her servants to have their vocal organs altered. Some prove to be more useful when they are still able to speak. The madmen I fought were convinced that we were the traitors. That's why they are insane. Will you really heed the ramblings of retainers who dared to raise their hand against the scions of a noble bloodline? The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. Did you really think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half of my guards butchered one another because they suspected treason. As for the real culprit, the coup was staged by those closest to the mistress. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems. Too many things required special access. Access available only to the keeper of the station. As I'm sure you are aware, there were two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Orselio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes that have befallen Eurac 5 and our noble line. I listened to a recording of a private conversation between the station's officers. You were very lenient toward them, purposefully neglecting the security protocols. I was lenient. This is true. And in the end, I paid a steep price for it. Just look at the destruction around us. The insurgents have left almost nothing of my home. Okay. I saw the security captain's report. Only the keepers have access to the station's systems, but Theobald stayed at his side the entire time and could not have initiated the self-destruct protocol. which means he did it before the report was filed. Or maybe after. Or you dare suspect me of what happened? The one who is going out of his way to preserve what little there is still left? By the God Emperor, you will keep these slanderous accusations to yourself. I'm gonna be honest, the other guys that they executed at the very, very beginning there seemed remarkably sane as far as not wanting to give up to him. I don't know. Do we trust him? Do we not trust him? I don't know what I think, and I can't save in the middle of a conversation. That's awkward. I mean, the clues definitely say that they hint that he's behind it. We read all the documents. If I accuse him of being a traitor, do I have to fight every other person in this room, though? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really don't know. I definitely don't know that I trust him. But I feel like this might have all been a ploy to free her. I don't know. I guess... I genuinely don't know. There's lots of whispers being heard. I don't know. I kind of believe that he's behind the coup. So that's what I'm gonna say, and we'll see where this goes. I suppose it is time to remove my mask. Congratulations. You've got me. But did you really expect me to be sincere this entire time? To welcome you with open arms, an ally of Tisiphone and her monster, the accursed child who has tormented the navigators of House Orselio for years? Don't make me laugh. You arrived to help her completely destroy our house, and I cannot let that happen. Philip, you are obviously quite mistaken. I came here to get myself a navigator. Nothing more. You do not? In that case, accept my sincere apology for the deception and my earlier behavior. I had no intention of making an enemy of Avon Valencia's heir, nor of destroying the station that served as my home for many years. They left me no choice. You cannot even imagine what monster lurks in the upper chambers. An evil, a plague, a pestilence on our bloodline that seeks to destroy House Orselio from within. And Theobald and his followers, just mindless fanatics serving this evil. Lady Cassia is a scion of a merciless tyrant, but it is not her relation to Tisiphone that is terrifying. She is a monster whose powers drive servants insane in mere turns. A cursed child who can kill a navigator from the Orselio bloodline with just a look. I alone managed to get close enough to her over the years. She lowered her guard and trusted me. And at long last, I rid my house of the curse. This is the truth. I mean, we did hear that there is a treachery, so he's the treachery one, and the other one is blind faith. That would make sense. But you haven't killed her yet, so... Do I want the cursed child as my navigator? That makes people go mad. A little bit, on the fence about that one. I'd rather not kill my entire crew. Perhaps you are ingratiating yourself to me, hoping I will let down my guard. I cannot change the past and dare not hope you will ever trust me again, but I swear my words and my apology are genuine. I mean, she sounds quite terrifying. I'm gonna be honest, I read those logs. I don't want to go mad. I don't want to gut myself. That sounds terrible. When she has a tantrum, then everyone's heads just explode. That doesn't seem great. If this monster's death will convince you to finally leave the station, I will kill her. I did not expect to escape the station alive, but your timely appearance changes everything. If I go up and face Lady Cassia, she will kill me with a glance. I'm not lying. Her cursed powers hold sway over the carriers of our navigator Jean. But if you manage to press a special charm against her skin, whether by force or by guile, the baleful influence of her powers will recede, and you will be able to bring the cursed child to me, so that justice can triumph and House Orselio can cast off its shackles. If you turn out to be a lousy navigator after all this effort, I will personally feed you to a void kraken. Just so we are clear. Just so we're clear. If everything goes as planned, you will not have to worry about such things. I don't like that answer. That answer makes me uncomfortable. That's not reassuring. If everything goes as planned, I will not have to worry about such things. That makes it sound like I'm gonna die. I'm quite alarmed again. You are going to need this charm. Felix hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch no matter how long you hold it in your hand. You need not worry about the child's powers. They are only fatal to navigators of our house. As for Theobald, he has succumbed to the monster's madness a long time ago. Poor and misguided old man. He stands no chance against you. Concerns. Very many concerns. Many layers. I'm not necessarily okay with this. New save. Okay. Let's go upstairs, guys. She seems upset and is making everyone else upset. Oh, you can have her as your navigator. She's in the cover art. The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet, misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Note, she has a character portrait, and the other guy, he does not. Which means she's definitely our navigator. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. As the otherworldly creature's gaze slides over you, your entire core shudders in terror. Flashes of past warp nightmares re-emerge from the shadows of your memory and paralyze your will. You gasp for air in terror, drowning under a crashing wave of pain. You cannot catch your breath. Hot tears burn on your cheeks. Why is this happening? Why is it happening to you? Why do you feel so lonely and in so much pain? Do these feelings even belong to you? Oh. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy? Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head, and her white hair veils her face. I'll just overcome the crushing despair. I know why I am here, and so I will stand strong against any illusion. You direct all your attention up inward to your heart, currently shackled by another suffering. Under the gaze of your burning inner eye, the despair and pain begin to dwindle. The darkness in your soul dissipates, the lump in your throat shrinks, and you discover that you are standing in front of a bizarre creature, a young woman whose tears you seem to have dried along with your own. She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? I am looking for a navigator to join my crew. You look like you'll do. I am afraid I cannot respond to such an unexpected... What is this? I feel faint. The heavy-set old man, who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserve. You. The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging milky eyes bear striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the Whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening on Eurac 5. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felec's service. So who are you? Araceli von Valencius, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Orselio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. I want to know what happened between you and Felec. Felec is my wayward student. He came to Eurac 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our Novitors, Tisiphone Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the Novator's throne. Ah. I see. I see what's happening. So, choose whose side you are on. A murderous traitor, or the lawful scion of a noble house. I've had enough of this navigator feuding. That's it. I'm leaving Eurac 5. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orselio. Excuse me. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Adira mutters under her breath. Felix said that the child is a monster, a legacy of tyranny that must be wiped out. And you believe him? After everything he has done to the station, Felix only wishes to dispose of the heir and take the reins in his blood-stained hands. Do not besmirch Lady Cassia's good name. The child is the holiest and most innocent creature on this entire station. Debatable. Debatable. I guess I could just take Cassia. What service do you ask of me? Save the sacred child, take her away from this station. I fear I do not have long left. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Aranto, acting head of House Orselio in the Cronus Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. How could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust my arrows in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea of a bright future. You're talking as though you expect to die here. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felek inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. I assume that we can't heal you, but I have a Medicaid deck. So I am the keeper of Eurac 5, and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. I believe I have made my decision. Is that so? Please share your thoughts. Well, Felix has already lied to me once. That's plausible. I also didn't really like the way that he said it won't matter, that he's a good navigator. That did concern me a lot. That really sounds like he wants to kill me. I mean, he did kind of want to kill everybody here. On the one hand, I can throw a tantrum. I'm sick of this station. Taking Cassia, and you and Felix shall suffer a less enviable fate. I mean, have a way with both of you. That being said, I mean, yeah. Felix is the one executing the coup. So, I also don't trust that he's going to be a navigator for me after all of this nonsense. The way he said that was very worrisome. I could just kill everybody. This doesn't really solve my problem because he's definitely gonna die again immediately. But yeah, I mean, Felix was like, I'm gonna blow up the whole system, whole station just to kill her. Alright, here we go. Allies are always welcome, even temporarily. I will revive the child. Do not be alarmed. The power of House Orselio's heir will help us to destroy our enemies and shield us from Felix Navigator forces. But you, rest for a time before battle. Okay. I don't really think she qualified as a monster. At the end of the day. Definitely enormously manipulated? As if this, the painting was rendered by several different hands. The timid, uncertain lines are interlaced with rough and furious strokes coming together in arcane shapes. I think she's just a Voidborn. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. Yes, there's definitely a few reasons. Are we staying on the station? But isn't it about to... Well, this may be an alliance of convenience. We shall follow you. We'll go out on a limb and say, I think... Felix is probably the least trustworthy. And as Idir pointed out, everything will be a tragedy somehow. Goods! Look at that. Luxurious feast was left untouched. That's mine now. That appears to be everything in here. Yeah, there's... Yeah, Felix, a couple of reasons. First of all, he lied to us out the gate, which is not great. He does not have a portrait. Well, she does, which sort of implies that he's not going to be our navigator. And then he said the really sussy line about it not going to matter when I said he had to be good or I'd space him. Yeah, all of that adds up to an alarming amount of I don't trust. Not at all. I'll take the Voidborn instead, frankly. What am I doing with my rest time exactly? Glowing stone. That's the stone that he gave me. It's time to punish the traitor for his lies and wickedness. Sure. I assume that that is going back out here. Sure, let's activate the elevator. This is about time we repay those who betrayed our house. Come. Rogue traitor, you treasonous worm. I knew I should have killed you. You could have tried, but I probably would have put a bullet through your third eye. That is enough, boy. You betrayed the child, our house, and Tisiphone herself. Surrender. I am the savior of our house, and I am prepared to pay the ultimate price. Kill them. Are you, though? Are you really?
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none!
Death to his enemies!
Where are my people? Abelard. You're a ways out. So let's put you... Or no, you're Argenta. Hold on. No, Argenta, go there. Abelard. I want you right there. I know I can turn. Should definitely do that. Idira. I'm gonna slot you in there. And I guess I'm coming up pretty quick, so I might be okay. You're gonna be... Sure. And then we're gonna beat bejesus out of him first. Alright. Argenta. You have a 0% chance to hit that. Wow.
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen!
Really? You were chosen to miss quite so badly? Wait, horse light over there.
Was that you? Or... Will do.
Drop a stack on him.
But of course.
And start the rage.
Follow my lead.
You're sort of in the way of where I'd want to be, but it should still be fine. Because I have line of sight to him. Let's expose his weakness.
I'll see to it personally.
And let's actually try to shoot him. 95%. Excellent. Can I crit? No? Okay. Well, that was worth it, I guess.
Strengthens me.
Onward!
Wow.
Follow my lead.
Look at that terrible aim.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Well, there we go. That's doing something.
Break their morale.
Okay. lidless stare. Oh, excellent. Excellent, yes. It's quite fun. Oh, it's my turn to shoot again, is it?
It's as good as done.
Alright.
I'll make it happen.
Going to expose him again. Make sure he's nice and
I'll see to it
exposed.
personally. I won't compromise my principles.
What? Am I out of... How did I... Huh. Sort of confused.
A tactically sound approach.
Ooh, here's a thought, actually. Abelard. He can...
Someone else can do this.
Oh, is it because he's not using that one? That's what it is, okay.
At your beck and call.
I was very confused for a second.
Victory is reduced to dust.
Alright, that's better.
Follow my lead.
Oh good, you hit something.
Follow my lead. Help me, Lord Captain! Weather the storm!
Oh, calm down, Cassia, you're fine. Besides, your Medicaid's here. Oh, well.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Is a prayer.
Let's grant some foresight
Will
to
do.
yourself.
On it. Anything else? Be gone.
Let's scream really loudly at him again, please. Do I have line of sight on him?
I don't need luck. I have
Now I do.
strategy.
Alright. Let's expose him.
Who if not me?
Use my stack. And then
I'll see
shoot
to
him.
it you never stood a chance.
Ooh, I like that the long last sets them on fire. Who's the biggest problem?
It's as good
Oh,
as
you.
done.
Moving out.
Wow.
Follow my lead.
Why did you even bother, man?
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Try to die with grace, at least.
Not enough movement points. Oh, I have no movement points, huh?
On it.
What? Thought I had a way better chance at that. Well.
I must not falter.
I feel like I should be much better with the sniper rifle. Just gonna say it.
Follow my lead.
As the Emperor commands, I...
Just need to hit him a couple of times. There you go, Argenta. That's all I need from you. And now the old man dies.
Now, this is your burden, child. Survive. Return to the fold of your house as your destiny demands.
No! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! Wake up! Your mistress is giving you an order! Do you hear me?
Oh, good. Now we're feeling loneliness and grief.
He was a fine seer of the war. He fought for his mistress until the end.
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
Forgive the urgency. Forgive the urgency, but we should leave the station immediately. The systems are unstable and may fail at any moment.
But this is my home. What are you going to do to me?
Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator, and I shall restore you to House Orcelio at the earliest opportunity.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Eurac 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orcelio.
All who can be saved will be given succor aboard my ship. I'm short a lot of crew members. If you have some living servants, you might as well bring them. That way I don't have to spare crew members.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator.
Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
Okay. I think one way or the other, she has to be your navigator. Like, I just don't see how Felek would be if he didn't even have a picture. It is imperative that we already looked at this body. It is quite imperative that we loot all the corpses. That's how you make a profit. There's a bunch of stuff. Deadshot stub revolver. Is better than my last pistol. Can't use it though. Don't have the strength. Oops. Sorry. I meant to collect all of those things. And we'll do Cassie's level ups here in a minute. 3 more dead bodies.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Looks like there's one more down here. Alright. Well,
You are in the presence of House Orcelio.
that's going to be mildly irritating if that's your attitude. What happened to all my inventory stuff? Like, you saw that I collected all that crap. Did it just go... Where did all the things go? Why is my inventory broken? hope that's not a, like, permanently broken inventory.
Do you require an audience?
She is indeed pretty. Oh, it's because I had it filtered. Okay, okay, that's better. And that would be where my other things went. Somehow I had it sorted on notable only. That was weird. Alright, anyway. I assume that this is the exact same staff that you already have. Oh, except it's got a different power? Allies targeted, they suffer a -5. That one's infusing. This one's another castigating. I can add that to the cargo. Every time the wearer deals damage is reduced. Why? Why would you want that? In any case, I don't think anyone needs the flak chest plates. Tactical goggles. Oh, tactical goggles. I know I'm already wearing eye things, but I don't really need the... Give me that. Give me that. Give me that right now. Oh, look. Finally match. Anyway. Extra armored body gloves. I'm not sure I need those either. How does the las gun compare to your shotgun? The shotgun is probably better. For you, anyway. For you, you have a las pistol and an axe? What if I gave you a las gun instead? Because you have a melee weapon already. You don't need another one. Oh, hold on. A Ritobi pattern las gun. Which just has does more damage but less armor penetration? Huh. Interesting. This I'm gonna save because you also can't carry it, can you? He can carry it. Deadshot stub revolver. How about that? That seems like a better setup for him. Okay. You've got to level up to choose. Let's see, her willpower's already 55. Guess let's boost her fellowship. Okay. Warp damage. That sounds fun. Let's do that one. I don't know if it's good or not, but I like it. Alright. Everyone's in the party. Let's get out of here. Alright, we've done the Navigator Sanctum. We have a Navigator. We can leave. I know we're missing a whole bunch of other stuff still, but we have a Navigator. Let me rotate my throne around to face you. Yes. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of the sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away.
First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. She's another Voidborn. It's fine.
Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What did you wish to speak about?
Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look once again into the eyes of the woman whose fame is so great it managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Eurac 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you, Araceli, the person the whole expanse in the Calixis sector are talking about. And now, a rogue trader as well.
After a few seconds' hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale, and then raises her pointed chin.
I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. And for that, I am immeasurably grateful. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. Uwe served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium, and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. But now, I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red.
I shall ensure that all the necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis.
I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened.
Of course. Wasn't planning on it. We'll give you your paint, and you can lock the door. Welcome back, Voxmaster.
Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all.
Idira Talas. Idira Talas is a sacred Oh, it didn't let me finish reading. The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, highest chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence.
Initiating communion ritual.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Bungie. How was, you guys were playing... Oh, I noticed a Nuclear Nightmares. Just like a blinking on the name of it. How did that go? Did you all die? Did Dax get turned instantly? Ah, yes. It's your concept of party armor is a hoodie. Or even better, a blanket hoodie.
Come here, Uwe.
The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, the low sob of the servant, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, the faint whisper of the brush.
Go.
Footsteps hurrying away.
I see. Violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother. And the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit. Of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone.
My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Cassia, are you all right in there? Servants are dying. Good. It appears the servants that were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them.
Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be wholly in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me.
Yeah, that's that is another interpretation of that Shaolin monkey. Yep. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station, Eurac 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rycad system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of the Navis Nobilite bought us precious time. We can either focus our efforts on disassembling the station and procuring technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. Gather any components that may be of use on the ship. I feel like that's going to be more useful. I have a cargo hold full of stuff already. I looted it. As you command, Lord Captain. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and, much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrich van Kalox, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Eurac 5, so we should keep this in mind when making any future plans. Thank you, Victus. This will be all for now. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. Okay, next step. How do I get an engine seer? Where's my engine seer? The prison planetoid. Okay, so we really gotta go to the machine spirit. However, along the way, I can't help but notice the astropathic station is en route. Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. Yes, yeah. Now, I'm not really surprised about this in any way. Alright, what's going on?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
I see you are fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Good.
Eurac 5 had a vast archive of its own,
Thank you for
of
not making me
course.
voice this.
Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
The events that took place on Eurac 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Your only attendant is your valet from Eurac 5. Do my servants not measure up to your standards?
No, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Aha. Perception test succeeded. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Cassia prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks. I hope that you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
What makes you think I don't?
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it is just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words
to be
and
nice to your
attention have
navigator.
reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Eurac 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
She places her hand on her breastplate.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago. I literally became the one and only heir, rather abruptly, thanks to a demon. It's a weird time.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally allowed to visit the library and the fireplace. They're very nice. As one should. Sweet. Level ups. What do we have? What do we have? You get to choose a talent and a characteristic, huh? If I hit somebody with full wounds. I like it. What else do we have? That's not bad. Joint offense seems very useful, actually. We're gonna go with that one. I know, I wish I could choose more talents. I don't have a level up screen. I wish I had one. Is it like Jumanji where you like slap your chest and the level up screen is there? Let's see. That would get me to 4. Intelligence is definitely a good one to throw it into. My ballistic skill is actually okay. And I don't really care about the weapon skill. Let's throw it into intelligence, because intelligence is probably the most useful thing for me. Given that I have things that can turn, I can substitute fellowship for intelligence checks. It's basically a psychopath. Or is it a sociopath? It's basically sociopathy. Where I've studied enough behavior that I could replicate it, I guess, is how that works. Fun. Alright. You... Warrior Marks attack. That actually sounds nice, because I always struggle with him having not enough attacks. Carouse? Oh my god, he can carouse like the best of them. Let's make you more athletic, though. Alright. Your operative stuff. That sounds fun. Let's run with that. I'm definitely not min-maxing this if anyone cares about it. Oh yes, I put up some seasonal emotes that all the followers can use right now. I might rearrange that around to be that followers get some of the basic pie ones, and then the seasonal ones are for subs. That being said, after December, I don't have any seasonal ones anymore, so we'll be back to just regular stuff. Your willpower. Your willpower's pretty good. But I actually think I'm gonna boost the willpower more. Okay, what do you got? Let's boost your ballistic skill. Oh, that would be neat, because then I could actually... Interesting. I could actually shoot where allies are. Yeah, I like to go with what I find fun. I'm not playing this on super hard mode, so it's not going to really matter. That actually sounds good. Yeah, let's do that one. Always fun. Alright, what do you got for me? That could be good. Yeah. Yell louder. Let's boost her willpower a little bit, because I think she's got a whole bunch of warpy related things. Although maybe fellowship is her abilities, so maybe we'll boost her fellowship. Oh yeah, 'cause she's got a willpower boost on her anyway. Sweet. Okay. Add to cargo. I genuinely don't understand why that would be useful in any way. So we're gonna just drop that out the back. I don't think anyone needs a carapace chest plate either, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh yes, bonus to commerce. Very important, very important. As you do. Okay, what is my quest now? Okay, yeah, I finished that one, thank you. Oh yes, she wanted to talk to me. Let's talk to her real quick. Where is she at, per se? Is she on the bridge? Hopefully she's on the bridge. Or she has to speak in her quarters. The power of will. Will must be such an overpowered guy. Is that in her quarter? No, she said on the ship. If I was the sister, where would I be exactly? I mean, Abelard's in here. That's the high factotum. Does this door go anywhere useful? No. Okay, so she is down a level? I think is what that indicates. There she is. Hello.
Rogue trader.
You said you had a personal request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the rogue trader could meet with the orphans?
Ah, sure. Make arrangements for a meeting worthy of a rogue trader. No, I will meet them, no formalities needed. These are the children of the people who gave their lives for the Von Valancius dynasty. My consideration is the least that they deserve.
I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart.
They gotta grow them up loyal. After all. Okay, now I can read it. Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta is one of the Blessed Adepta Sororitas, sometimes colloquially referred to as the Daughters of the Emperor. Furious in both battle and prayer, the young warrior yearns to bring light to the dark corners of the Coronis expanse. Argenta traveled on the voyage ship of Theodora von Valancius. On the fateful day when the vessel was attacked by the Servants of Chaos, she joined the future Lord Captain and helped repel the attack. The sister proved herself to be both a dauntless warrior and a reliable comrade in arms, ready to destroy any enemy of humanity. Loyal and obedient, yes. Alright, are you children? Are all of you children? Where's the children? Hey, you don't look that young, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of you look quite old. The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Indefatigable? Sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. Abelard glances at the gathered children. It is hardly the Schola Progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the rogue trader of House Von Valancius. Einrich Montag. You notice Infernus Master Einrich Montag standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze. Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the room seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors, with a thin scar across his face, tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches?" Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. The boy smiles grimly. It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks. Or worse. When the heretics who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command, I fought, and I repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. Or, the strong have power to decide the fate of others. The weak either obey or die. If you seek a different lot in life, boys, save your grumbling and look for an opportunity to rise above the rest. That does feel more like my character. You heard the rogue trader. Her words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. It's hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sign, and the servants immediately emerge carrying packaged treats with Von Valencius emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears that the seneschal came prepared for any contingency. Look at him, throwing them out. Excellent. Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. Can I chit-chat? Can I talk to them? Okay. Well, that was a quick quest. I don't think I have anything else like that right now. We're still looking for the one guy. But we're probably gonna go find a new set of people. Although we were going to the Scream first. That's a Tyranid symbol. Oops. Good. Well, that's where we're heading next time. We'll probably do that. I'm gonna end it a little early tonight. Make sure I can go get my hound walked before it gets too freezing cold. But we completed the navigation, the Navis Nobilitae station. Words. I don't speak Latin or High Gothic. Ugh, just a low Gothic pleb. Anyway. That'll be it for today. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And for people watching the VOD, I hope you enjoyed. Sorry that this gets off to a kind of a rough start with the computer crash and everything. But we got there in the end and everything else was fine. But there will be more. I think next week it's looking like we'll probably do more. I don't know. I need to double check schedule with Minx. But for now, we'll plan on doing more of this next Sunday. Again, we'll get through it. It was a good set of things. But I gotta go take care of my hound. She's very much trying to climb in my lap right now. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. And hope everyone just has a good time. A good time. Good first week of December. And nobody freezes. Nobody needs to freeze. All right. Bye.